Joe Federman is the AP Bureau Chief for Israel and the Palestinian territories in Jerusalem, and that building very familiar to you, Joe. Tell us what went on inside it.
Well, very familiar to me because it was the offices of the AP. Our office in Gaza was located on the top 2 floors of that building. It's a location I've been to many times. It's a place where I sleep whenever I'm in Gaza, so I do know it well. What happened today is in the middle of the afternoon, our staff in that bureau received a call from the landlord saying that we had 1 hour to get out. He had been alerted by the Israeli military that everybody in the building had 1 hour to evacuate because they were going to attack it and demolish it. And that indeed is what happened. Now, luckily, our staff and everybody in the building got out, so nobody was hurt. But obviously, you know, we are shocked and horrified by what happened, and we're heartbroken because this building, this office was our home in Gaza. It's a home to our staff there. It's a hangout. It's a place where all of our visiting journalists stay, and it's a place that we know well. So we're all very heartbroken by what happened.
Joe, the Israeli Defense Force say they targeted that building because it was a Hamas military intelligence center. Also, Mark Regev, who is the special advisor to Bibi Netanyahu, has repeated that, saying it was been targeted because Hamas were inside the building. If you have been in that building for 20 years, you occasionally sleep there, and it's been such a hangout for you, what can you tell us about Hamas being in the building as well? Are they there? Were they there?
It's impossible for me to say. I have never seen anything like that. I spoke to my staff again today. In fact, when the fighting broke out a few days ago, you know, this is one of our security precautions. I asked, is there anyone in the building who we think might be a target? And we were unaware of anyone. I've been to the building, like I said, many times. The bottom half of it, the first 6 floors, were offices, lawyers, things like that. And the top 6 floors were all residents. So whenever I go there, I get in the elevator and I see families and so forth. So dozens of people have been made homeless by this attack. Now, I don't know whether there were Hamas operatives in there, but I would, you know, we are in touch with the Israeli military and we are demanding an explanation because as of now, they have not provided any evidence to support that claim.
We know that there is a UN Security Council meeting tomorrow. What are the expectations for that now, Joe?
Yeah, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen. We've been paying very close attention to diplomatic efforts over the past few days. One of the key players is Egypt, which often acts as a broker, a mediator between Israel and Hamas. And the Egyptians yesterday announced that they were not making much progress. They said that the Israelis, for the time being, did not want to stop this operation. I think Israel feels that it's delivering Hamas a pretty tough blow. That said, a top U.S. envoy, a White House envoy, has just arrived yesterday, and then tomorrow we have the UN Security Council coming up. So I expect there to be some pressure, certainly in the Security Council, for Israel to wrap up this offensive.